Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I'm bored. Today, we got a doozy. Not really. Obviously, you look at me, what do you think? He likes Taco Bell. You'd be correct. I do, in fact, like Taco Bell. My favorite item is the chicken quesadilla. Not because of how they don't cut it all the way, how little chicken or cheese is on the quesadilla. It's the sauce. Creamy jalapeno sauce. Genuinely my favorite fast food sauce. No question. Zero. Everything else is garbage compared to that. Instead of just going and just buying like $10 worth of little cups that they put a third of the cup in, I'm gonna try two recipes. We got two little bottles. They're different sizes. LOL. So we got two different bottles. We're gonna put two different creators' recipes in each bottle. Of course, with that, we're not just gonna make the sauce. We're gonna make chicken quesadillas. And for fun, I'm also gonna do another thing I've never done before, and that's make flour tortillas at home. Yeah. So that should be fun. Oh, and bonus, so we didn't have to break out the big blender. I did buy a stupid little blender. Did you know? This was only $40, which isn't too bad for like a little personal one. It came with two cups. There's another one right there that I'm not showing. $20 difference? So I don't have to hold the thing down. It'll automatically blend. $20. Get out of here. You crazy ninja? In this economy? You. Alright, anyway. We have everything assembled. But first, we're going to grate some cheese. I have blocks of Monterey Jack medium shed. I think it's a good quesadilla combo. The melty, tasty. Who cares? It's cheese. It's delicious. Cheese. The main reason I thought to do this was because Taco Bell is out of his goddamn mind. $6.29 for a chicken quesadilla. Come on now. Jeez. $6 for that skin flap. Come on, it's like loose leaf. Sauce number one. 1 cup of mayo, 1 cup of sour cream, 1/4 cup pickled jalapenos. Get some of that brine, tablespoon of garlic, tablespoon of onion powder, 2 of cumin, 1 tablespoon of chili, teaspoon sugar, and some salt. Wow, this just barely fit. Hilarious. Almost forgot the 2 paprika. How would you buy a funnel when you have paper bowls? Okay, number one, going in the fridge. The method for number two is very different, which is also why I wanted to try it. Number two requires this, about a third of a jar and brine, 12 ounces, just blended, and that's an ingredient we add to everything else. There you go, delicious jalapeno beverage. Okay, for number two, start with half a cup of mayo, half a cup of sour cream, half a teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, teaspoon of salt, a little bit of cayenne, 7 tablespoons of this. All right, number two, in the fridge. We're gonna prep some chicken. Well, you already kind of did. We got some chicken in the bag. We pounded it a little thinner, not super thin, but I want it to be more even. And then we're gonna add a little marinade, nothing too crazy. So we're going to start with 2-3 tablespoons of olive oil. We have our dry spices. We have cumin, garlic powder, onion powder, and salt. Some lime juice. I had 2 little baby limes, so maybe like 1.5. 7 cloves of garlic. A few small, some large, you know. Just a big old heap and scoop. And then we're just gonna work it out. This is going to fridge for at least 30 minutes, and then you're good to go. Now for the main event, making tortillas from scratch. Never done it. Ready to give it a shot? Let's see how this goes. I got 4 cups AP flour in my big bowl. Then we're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. 1, 2 teaspoons of salt. We're going to add our 6 tablespoons of shortening. So now we're going to work this in with our mitts. Video I watched said when the texture changed, then you're ready for the next step. You have 2 cups of hot water. So if you're doing this by hand, it's as hot as you can take it. The minimum is 120. I've seen like 120 to 130. Yeah, it's a little zippy. My hands have a little bit of tolerance. I think I clocked this at like 130, 140. But then let it sit for a minute. Gotta work this for 5 minutes. Okay, well, that didn't work. I kept working it, and it stayed sticky. The recipe didn't say to use flour, so I probably should have added flour. My bad. It's all good. We're gonna go to our backup. I have a backup recipe that I'm going to do where everything is done in the food processor, and then, well, the mixing, all that is done in the food processor. And then we will roll it out, let it rest, most of the same steps, but it's faster and slightly different. I'm going to try that one again, just not today. Actually, maybe I will. Actually, yeah, let's try it again. And then we have this as our backup. I want to try one more time. This is for the quick dough. The recipe will be in the description. So you add everything to the food processor, spin till it starts to form a ball. Then you're going to flour where you're going to roll it out. You're just going to knead for like 2 to 3 minutes, then cut it into 4. Let it rest for about 5-10 minutes. Oh, hello. I didn't really talk about what's happening right now because I was trying to deal with it. Did not go too well, honestly. The first batch just completely didn't work. It was too sticky. I didn't add any flour, which clearly was a mistake. And then I went to turn the dough out on my cutting board, and it completely just like glued itself to the board. That batch was completely scrapped. I had to then just clean my cutting board. And then I made the first recipe again, and this is it succeeding more. I know it's going to be trial and error. I've never done this before. The first working batch is a little harder to work with. It was a little more sticky. So I had to kind of flour it up a lot, and then it was still too thick because the amount I grabbed was too big. But, obviously, practice. And then the quick dough, which you're seeing right now, much easier to work with. Smooth, way less sticky, rolled out a ton easier too. I definitely want to try the original dough again because the creator that I used, that was a video from over 4 years ago. The recipe has since been updated to include way more flour, and that's the only difference. So that's cool. I'm a dummy. Oh well. But honestly, considering the extreme circumstances, how long this took, it could have been way worse. They're kind of awkward. The quick batch looks way better, more round-ish. I'll take it. It's a win. But that's that. I realized I wasn't talking at all during this during this section, so I actually made it close enough to the correct size. That in real time is how long it takes to cook when they're proper thickness. Yeah, I could have flipped it even sooner. There's my stack of mutants. Yep. Turns out when you make them too big, and the pan is too small, everything is ruined. So, I mean, they taste good. They just ain't pretty. But I didn't expect them to be pretty this time. I'm just happy batch number 2 of the regular one worked. And the quick ones are actually pretty nice too. Those are a lot less work. But we're gonna jump ahead to when we're making quesadillas. I got the chicken in the oven, and we're just gonna fast forward so I can get this done today. Chicken is done. I just baked it, 350, 16 minutes, over 155. So it's gonna rest and hit the 160 mark. We're good to go. All right, much time has passed. Too much. Well, my goal, because I've never done it before, was to get them and make them taste good. So I'm glad I did 2 batches, because this is the one that I had to redo. This is batch number 1. And I'm showing this one because this is the this is the best looking one. And this is the quick dough. So this one came together fast. It was easy to roll out. Not a problem at all. But I mean, still came out decent. They were ugly as hell, but that's okay. Oh, look, a heart on purpose. I did that on purpose. Wait, nope, wait, nope. I don't know. They just get progressively more janky as I go on. But they passed the fold test. Warm. You could fold them. Look how awkward they are. I don't expect them to be circles. I never did. So, that's fine. Chicken is cooked and cut. We're gonna build some quesadillas. That's the page we're up to now. And then we're gonna try the sauces finally. The whole damn point in this video. And there's a tragedy of dishes right next to me that I will deal with later. But I did remake the first dough because it just wasn't working. And second time it worked a little better, still didn't work great. Maybe I'll shop around for a different recipe. Maybe I'll try again, do some more digging on why possibly that didn't work. Good backup is the second one. Easy to make closer to a circle. And then I figured out the other dough pretty much at the end, right when I ran out. Okay, so this was the first one of the quick dough. You know, getting there. I'm not worried about the lesser cooked parts because we're going to be cooking it up in some butter for the Casey. Number 2, you know. And I'm sure I could have rolled them out more. They're quite hefty. Set up our quesadilla station. We'll cook it and do the sauce test that I've been waiting my entire life for. Or the past, 4 hours. This is insane. Paper plate assembly line. Ditch the plate for now. Sauce number 1. And number 2. All right, well, we did it. Ain't perfect, but I mean, not bad. Could be better, could be worse. Now, to try the sauce. Number 1. Good, but not quite. The cumin actually really took over. Well, for a fresh bite, we'll try number 2. There's much running here. Okay, I think 2 wins. Much closer though than the first one. It tastes really good. There's something missing. There's like one thing missing from it that makes it Taco Bell. It's probably something garbage because, you know, Taco Bell. Tortilla itself, it does taste good. I mean, yeah, it's a little too thick, obviously, but that's my fault. I definitely will try this again for sure. And I know why the little taco presses make sense. You know, these guys, yeah, their existence totally makes sense to me now. As a cheesy, chickeny, thick vessel for this quesadilla, I'd say success. Could have been better, sure. Could have been worse, oh yeah. I'm glad batch 2 is at least somewhat usable. Turned into like a little cheesy guy. Gotta dip it. Yeah, both the tortillas have different consistencies. The other one's probably a little crunchier, probably because it's thinner when I roll it out. So it gives it a little more crunch because it's toasted. And the other one's a little soft with an outer crunch. I mean, still good. I'll take it. Quesadilla is quesadilla, that's a win. And I'm still on the hunt for a knockoff sauce, unfortunately. Although, this one's pretty delicious. I'll try these again tomorrow, see if there's an update flavor-wise, but so far number 2 is the winner for sure. Oh, hello. It is Monday. Yeah, Monday. It's Monday. I made everything on Friday. So we're gonna try sauces again, which I have been eating this one. It's very good. Not the same as the Taco Bell sauce, but it's delicious, and I'm probably gonna be making this again. We have some leftover egg bites that I made in a previous video, and some taters that we're gonna try with the sauces. Okay, we got sauce 1, a little poop of that in the center, and some egg bite. It's good. It's just, I don't know, it's definitely missing something. Visually, nailed it. It's so close, but I don't know. It could be the spices I'm using, maybe one stronger than the other, because I'm getting a lot of cumin. I would try this one again, because it does have some accurate notes, but I'm not getting any jalapeno. Like, I get zero zip from that. Not that the other one's spicy, but still. Yeah, I know Taco Bell doesn't sell this shit. Just pretend it's in a taco or something. I don't know. I mean, it's not it, but it's delicious. It's tasty as hell. Maybe some like variant of both of these combined might be what we need. I'll have to experiment more in the future, but both still good. Sitting obviously made them taste better, but they're not it. They're not my boy. They're not my sauce. And that's okay. Both good though. I definitely recommend both. I think my cumin is just fresher than the other shit, so the first sauce kind of gets completely washed out by that. Maybe I'll make another batch and go from there, but we'll keep experimenting because I don't want to have to go to Taco Bell and buy, what is it, like 80 cents for a little stupid cup? They don't always fill it. Or you get one little bleh from the little sauce caulking gun. Yeah, that's not worth it. So we're gonna keep experimenting. Still tasty though, and the egg bites, still pretty good. And yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.